Welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you're having a great time. So Amunike has now spoken for the first time since he lost in the race to become Nigerian Super Eagles head coach to Coach Finidi. Of course, you know that he was largely the person considered by a majority of Nigerians to become the head coach, but it just came out that he wasn't the one selected by NFF. And he has not spoken, and what he has said is something interesting because he has come out to prove the fact that we've been talking about on this channel, for a while now. In the last video, I talked about a number of things that contributed to why he did not get the job, and I also mentioned that he had bad blood due to those reasons. That started from 2015 with the under 17, and then up to 2020. Several reasons. I also mentioned the court case issue, but Emmanuel Amuneke has now spoken briefly to the media where he, reacted to the situation. What he said now is that, first of all, he said that some of the reports, or the majority of the reports going on in the media, are misleading reports. In the media, that they are not to be believed. But again, he went on to prove, our points here that we've been talking about. Obviously, that he has issues with the hierarchies of the NFF. In this statement here that he made to the media, he said that that they've succeeded in smearing his name in the media because of the Eagles job. Obviously, he was referring to those accusations that came out that we talked about in the last video, and then he went on to say that that they continue to that they can continue with their propaganda, but I will remain disciplined. It's not do or die job. And then he went further to say that all those allegations made in the media online because of the Eagles job are obviously not true. But those who recommended candidates for the job, no, I will not be easily bullied. I know there is still bad blood with these officials, but it's fine. So this is just briefly what he has said. I'm sorry I had to read it out, but again, in all of this that he's saying, we can at least picture what he meant by this. It's obvious he has people higher up in NFF's hierarchy that he is not in good terms with. This is the reason why, of course, maybe those people did not support him. They instead voted for Finidi. There is something that I mentioned, in the statement that is really, really interesting to hear, and it's where he said that the candidates for the job. So he said those who recommended candidates for the job, no, I will not be easily bullied. This is something very interesting. Of course, we know Amunike as someone that's stubborn. He's very determined to do what he feels is right, what he feels is professionally correct. He barely listens to outside talks, and he's someone that has this charisma and confidence in himself. He is stubborn. Let me just put it like that. But again, this might also be the reason maybe NFF actually saw that this guy is someone that we cannot really work with. We cannot cooperate. He can't cooperate with us. We can't really influence him very much to get him to, obviously do what we want, something like that. Maybe that was part of the reasons why he was not selected, and maybe they instead went for Finidi, who I'm not saying he is easily controlled, but maybe Finidi is a little bit less stubborn than Amunike. And of course, he has better understanding with some of these technical committee officials in NFF, so he has friends there. Amunike obviously had a falling out with a lot of those people, and he is someone who is stubborn and may not really cooperate with the instructions given to him from the NFF. These are some of the things that he has now shed light on as the reason why he lost in the race. But again, he said that he's going to be focused and disciplined, his head low, and it's not a do or die job. I for one like that expression. It's not a do or die. Aside from Emmanuel Amuneke, Finidi has also said something after he was given the Nigerian Super Eagles head coach. And what he said now is that he appreciates and he feels very happy to be the Nigerian Super Eagles head coach, and that he's assuring Nigerians that with the help of NFF, with the support of NFF, that they are going to achieve a lot with the Nigerian Super Eagles. He also mentioned that he has not settled or finalized discussions with NFF, but that he plans to do that as quickly as possible to know the full details of the contract, what the objectives are for the team, and of course salary and every other thing, backroom staff. As we mentioned, all these details he needs to finalize with the hierarchy of the NFF. That's what he said. And there's also a rumor that what's coming out right now, that he might organize a camp just for the home-based players, just to try and galvanize the local talents within the NPFL, get the best from there, particularly in the midfield areas, players that can connect midfield and attack, create chances. This is the area that we are particularly looking to bolster in the Nigerian Super Eagles team. The arrangement still hasn't been confirmed, so lots more updates coming later on that one. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss this. And then moving forward, let me let you know that Iwobi has now come out to talk about the goal, the winning goal that he scored against Manchester United. The goal was obviously a goal that broke record, giving them their first victory over Manchester United since 2003. And he has obviously talked recently about his feeling towards that goal, how it was so important for him to get the win, get the 3 point for them with his 9-minute goal at Old Trafford. That's definitely what we love to see. Nigerian Super Eagles players obviously breaking records for their club side. But the next update, guys, is the one that concerns Juice Ekong. I talked about him recently with in one of the previous videos. He is gradually coming back to full match fitness. Of course, the last time I talked about him, I mentioned that he's been having some sort of rehabilitation in the gym, and then stepped into the pitch to start training on the grass. And now he's started having solo trainings, which means he's very, very close. He's heading really close to returning. And we just, I'm glad about this. I'm sure all Nigerian fans are glad about this, because it means that it's going to be available, hopefully, for our coming games. And then for the last update, let me let you know that Cyril Dresser has now been mentioned as one of the nominees for the Player of the Month for April in their Scottish Premier League. Because that Dresser obviously is on fire recently, but interestingly, he started April in a very, very bad way, not scoring for nearly the first half of April. But towards the end of April, he started scoring goals, and in his last 2 games, he actually has scored 3 goals, including 2 goals against Hearts that qualified Rangers to the finals of the Scottish Cup. So for this reason, he's now been elected as one of the people that are vying for the Player of the Month in the Scottish Premier League. That's the video, guys. Thank you for watching this one. Make sure to like and share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you've not done so, and have a great day ahead.